Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Nick Kelly at your service, once again giving you a quick update on the blizzard that's taking hold of most of the state. And thankfully, things are looking a lot better than what we thought it was going to be just hours ago. Right now, you're looking at satellite and radar composite across a good portion of central Missouri. See snow still falling from Kansas City, from Topeka, all the way through Sedalia, Boonville, Columbia, Jefferson City, all the way towards St. Peter's, Chesterfield, and just around the St. Louis metro area. But look at this. We have the low pressure system actually moving through southeastern Missouri right now, and it's getting strong enough that it's sucking in a lot of dry air in place along with all the wintry mess. So thankfully that will cut down on snow totals as we head into the overnight hours, and the storm will actually move out actually a little quicker than expected. So that is certainly some good news. But right now, a quick look around the state. Joplin, you are finally seeing the snow lift on out here. You might see a few snow showers if that holds together, come through northeastern Oklahoma, southwestern Missouri, but don't expect a whole lot of activity for the rest of the evening. You're pretty much done with the storm. Springfield, you're still seeing plenty of snow, but once this curly comic Q shape of snow moves on out, you'll be done with the snow, and that'll eventually work its way on up through Marshfield, Lebanon, Waynesville, Rolla, Fort Leonard Wood, St. Robert, and maybe if it holds together, clip the St. Louis area once again. But Waynesville, you're pretty much seeing most of the snow come to an end right now, which is thankfully good news since I have friends and family down there. So let's see where else we can go to right now. Let's check on currents at least. Columbia, you are at 18 degrees right now, still reporting light snow around the area. At least it's lightened up temporarily, which is good. But look at this. Winds out north at 22 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 miles per hour, certainly close to blizzard criteria. As the low begins to finally move on out of here, we'll see the winds calm down just a bit, but not by much, because the winds will pick right back up as we head into tomorrow and Thursday. Actually, here's a storm report that's interesting. I know that a lot of the talk is how Mizzou will get 2 snow days in a row. They are reporting that is unheard of, and it's a historic first for the University of Missouri and Columbia. 6:10 p.m., a storm reporter from Cocoa Raz, about a mile northwest of Columbia, has measured 14 inches of snow. But unfortunately for Columbia, they are not done with the snow, as we saw on the looping satellite and radar composite. They have to deal with a lot more snow before they can be all said and done with that. But the big story, not only are all the major airports in Missouri closed in St. Louis and Kansas City, but take a look at this. This is a map from MoDOT. This entire stretch of red from St. Louis all the way to Kansas City, that says I-70 is closed. That is the first time I've ever seen a major interstate spanning across the entire state of Missouri being shut down due to compacted snow, sleet, and a little bit of ice, since crews just want to wait until it all clears down out here before they even attempt to get on the road and plow off the interstates. They have no idea for sure when the interstate will reopen back up, but again, everyone is just saying, if you don't have to be on the roads, just stay home, stay off the roads, so that you don't put yourself in danger and in danger of spinning out of control. And speaking of which, from Springfield on towards Joplin and even into Oklahoma, around the Will Rogers Turnpike around Oklahoma City, you are seeing I-44 shut down. Again, that's from Springfield westward through Joplin and into Oklahoma City in Oklahoma. But as you head towards Wichita Falls, that, as far as I know, that portion of I-44 is still open, but good luck if you can be able to get that far, even though you should not be on the roads once again, unless it is an absolute emergency. So, with all the changes, the nice changes happening, what does that mean for us tonight, for most of us? So let's start off with the St. Louis area and Columbia first. We're going to have our own version of the Futurecast loop for us. We will let this load up once again. We'll just stop it. Here we are at 9 o'clock. still seeing quite a bit of snow around Columbia and maybe a few snow showers around the St. Louis area. But look at what happens as we put this into motion. We're going to see this lift on out of here by 6 or 7 in the morning, and we could even see some sun come out, which is definitely good, but with the winds behind, it may be a little bit impossible to see the sun. I don't want to say impossible, but it'll be a little bit of a stretch to see far beyond the road for those that will try to venture out once the plows clear off some of the major streets around St. Louis and Columbia. But road crews and those with long driveways will have their work cut out for them as they shovel out once the storm finally moves out early Wednesday morning. Looks like I can be able to finally go to work. I just need to see if I can get down my street first. Scooting on down now southwest around Waynesville, Springfield, and even around Fort Leonard Wood, Lebanon, and Marshfield. We're going to zoom in just maybe a little too close, but here we are, like Waynesville around this area over here. Springfield, of course, in southwestern corner of the state. Let me get the loop going again. Really, not a whole lot. This started off at Thursday, but here we are, 9 o'clock. Springfield will be done as we head into midnight, and Waynesville, you'll be done as we head into the early morning hours on Wednesday, before maybe a few more clouds come on in on Thursday. But the snow will quickly move on out of here before you wake up tomorrow morning, which is definitely good news. But again, the big story will be the winds behind that, which will make temperatures feel a heck of a lot colder and wind chills well below zero, maybe in some cases 20 or 30 below zero. So what does that mean for snow totals right now? I've actually updated like ice forecasts. First off, here it is in the St. Louis area. Again, around St. Louis County, western suburbs of St. Louis, 0.2 and 0.3 of an inch of ice. And thankfully for us, some sleet mostly came through today. So that's a lot better, actually, than freezing rain, because with the sleet granules or the sleet pellets, it does not stick that easily, if at all, to tree branches, tree limbs, and power lines. So definitely seeing a lower risk of power outages, although when the winds come through later tonight and into tomorrow, power outages are still a possibility, but I think power outages are more confined to the southeastern part of Missouri and southwestern Illinois. So mainly from St. Louis down to the southeast, that is where power outage dangers will be at its highest. And of course, where we're seeing a heck of a lot more snow around Troy, Jeff City, Columbia. No real concern with ice, where you may just see around 1/10 of an inch of ice. But snow, that has been updated quite a bit. We were looking earlier at between 8 to 10 inches around the St. Louis area. Make that 3 to 6 inches, since we're seeing a lot more dry air being fed into the system. So therefore, our snow totals have dropped, our expected snow totals will drop dramatically, which is definitely good news. But Columbia, Jeff City, Troy, Bowling Green, and Mexico, you will see anywhere between a foot to maybe 1.5 feet of snow still. So that will take some time trying to dig yourselves out of. But think of it this way, folks, it could have been a lot worse for you. So we are knocking on wood that we are being spared at least some of Mother Nature's wrath, especially with this storm. So let's go to a different source, and let's focus on Springfield, because I know friends down at Missouri State and around the base in Fort Leonard Wood need to know what they think, or what they should at least have the chance of knowing what to expect now, which is definitely good news from around from the Springfield Service Office. Take a look at snowfall totals here. This is from 6 p.m. tonight through 6 a.m. on Thursday. Thankfully, this is not a lot of additional accumulation. Maybe 1 inch or 2 inches more tonight for Waynesville, and maybe just under 1 inch of more snow expected for the Springfield area, where Springfield, you see maybe 8, 10, or maybe even a foot of snow from today. And the report from my friend Rachel in Waynesville, she says maybe about 6 inches, both a mix of ice, sleet, and snow. But Rach, you can tell Mama Pep and all the friends down there, and even the troops at the base, only 1 inch or 2 more expected, but you guys are pretty much done with the snow, and it is not looking that bad at all. So that is a quick update. Should any more updates be needed throughout the evening and into the day tomorrow, I will post them on my blog at nmkelly87.blogspot.com. Just take it easy, folks. We're almost at the end of this. We just need to get through tonight and the blustery, cold, and windy conditions tomorrow. Then we can finally look forward to the weekend where we will finally warm back up, so hopefully we can get rid of some of the snow. Have a good night, everyone.